The movie was filmed in 1977, and since then, Soviet propaganda, which transmit to the Russian propaganda, mostly nothing changed in their imagination about Georgia. You can see the same table, same dishes, same song, even the same guy and the same blonde lady next to him. So in this way, Russian and Soviet propaganda created the image of Georgian man as a very festive, with a good food, good wine. But when they raised the question, can this nation actually build an independent, successful country? Russian propaganda's answer is probably no. We all remember 2003 Rose Revolution, when Georgia was a real superstar in the region. And we remember the reforms, the police reform, one of them. And Russian media accepted and said, yes, they are really successful in this field, and we recognized it. But they start to compromising the Georgian leadership and raising another question. Is the Georgian people, with all these characteristics we mentioned about, do they really can succeed it by their own self? And then they build this conspiracy theory and the idea of a failed nation. You can see here there's a headline of 2017, and you know that these squares look like this now. So that's how Russian propaganda sees Georgia today, and one of the main square in Tbilisi. Another part of Georgian nation that Russian and Soviet, post-Soviet audience are familiar with, this revolutionary generation. And when it comes to these people, they connect them with the drugs and with the others very bad influence of West culture. And guess please, who should rescue us from all these threats? Of course, as several journalism investigation has told us, the people, they are the member of far-right organization. They should protect us from these people, this young generation. They should defend Georgian tradition, religion, and everything that we have. They should defend Georgia even from a community in our country, among them LGBT community. So we all know, and my colleagues and my multimedia online magazine SOVA News conduct several investigations, and we see that these forces are financed from Kremlin. They really use this Russian propaganda, this message, toward the Georgian government, and trying to say that even government are trying to fight with Georgian tradition. So who can rescue us from this? And the answer is maybe Russian propaganda or Russian. Another threat they see is Islam and migration problem. The Sputnik, the Kremlin online media, is trying to promote this idea on his pages. You can see it here. Another Georgian language media are speaking about Islamization threat and threat from Turkey. We can see in internet various types of new map of new Georgia. And Turkey, Iran are a threat for us, according to Russian propaganda. These ideas are promoted by political parties, also backed by Russia. We know them. They are manipulated with the issue of NATO, EU, religion, and now the main topic of the last day is autocephaly of Ukraine Orthodox Church. These people are speaking about the threats that can bring if Georgia recognize the autocephaly of Ukraine Church and spread a lot of misinformation and fakes. What should we do now? we first think all these messages work on our emotions, our fears, and our pressure points. These guys are spreading the information about what happens with Georgia if Georgia will recognize the independence of Ukraine. And they raise the issue of Abkhazia and South Ossetia. But it's total fake. You can check it. It's really, really easy. So, when we're speaking about the situation with in internet, we should think first about most targeted audience in our country. First of all, there's ethnic minority and people are living in occupied region. We're doing it we're working in Russia, and that's why we can reach them and even have some love reactions from Abkhazians on our webpage. So, what can we also do? My advice is to be great as the most greatest refugee from Abkhazia, Demna Gvasalia, and promote our ideas on the worldwide arena. Thank you.